Right, next question. As a state legislator, what would you do to promote economic development in your district? And if you could, please provide some specific examples. And how would you work to attract more and better paying jobs to District 27?
Thank you for the question. I know as I've been out knocking on doors and I'm asking my constituents what are the most important and pressing issues, it's education and then it's jobs. So clearly we need economic development in District 27. How do we do that? How do we ensure that the jobs that we're getting are good paying jobs and jobs that provide benefits? I think legislatively there are bills, laws that we can replicate. There's one called the Angel Investment Research and Development Tax Credit. And I'm generally not supportive of tax credits because they siphon money out of the general fund. However, when it's specific and it's targeted and it's applied so that it's drawing specific high-paying industry into the area, giving them a tax credit that's time-limited, I would be supportive. I would be supportive of doing that within District 27, as well as working with the local city government and county government to see what we can do in combination to attract businesses, what incentives the city and the county can provide in addition to government incentives. I think it takes all levels of government to do that, and I would clearly be willing and able to do that. Thank you.
Mr. Quinones?
I think part of the reason why we're not able to attract jobs into our state is because our workforce is not prepared, which means we have to do a better job of preparing our students for them to be career and college ready. We have to take advantage of what the judge just said 2 weeks ago, that we owe our students $317 million. We have to use that money so that our students get the investment that they are. They're our biggest investment, so we've got to invest in our students. That will allow them to be prepared and then attract businesses to our state. I would like to echo what Ms. Rio said. Yes, we've got to establish coalitions between our city council members. We've got to establish coalitions particularly with the Corporation Commission. There's no reason why Arizona is not the leading provider in solar panels. There's no reason why we've not developed that area here in our state. So I would work with different coalitions to make sure that we're all having a conversation about what we can put in order to attract those jobs here. And similarly, I would reach out to our neighbors and say, what are the exports that you can bring here and that we can do some trade with, so that we're all having a conversation about how we can better prepare our students to then fulfill those jobs that we're trying to attract here.
Thank you. The question is, as a state legislator, what would you do to promote economic development in your district? Provide examples if you can, and more specifically, how would you work to attract more and better paying jobs to District 27?
So economic development in my district is something that I continuously have campaigned on from the beginning. And transitioning from economic development, it actually has a personal story for me, specifically of what things that I want to improve upon. We need to make sure that we have healthcare access to individuals in our community. We need to have a full service level 1 trauma unit where there's telepaths, neurosurgeons, nurse specialists. Individuals in our district have the ability to fulfill and help infrastructure while building those jobs. We have a medical center that's being built currently in District 27 that will provide 300 new jobs, $75 million over the next 3 years, but that's not enough. We need to make sure that we are making our district continuously attractable, and one thing that will happen is by building a level 1 trauma unit hospital. One thing that does is that provides traffic from other parts of the valley to our district. It gives us an opportunity to, one, make sure that individuals in all parts of our district are receiving level 1 trauma unit surgery and operations that they may or may not, that they may need. And in order to do that, you have to have coalitions, as was mentioned, and working with the city council and working with county government. And currently, we have, again, coalitions built through endorsements from Tempe City Councilman Corey Woods, Phoenix City Councilwoman Kate Gallego, and Danny Valenzuela. And we will continue to work on ways to make sure that we're improving development in our area through these coalitions that we've already built during this campaign and that we'll continue to build. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here, good question.
As a state legislator, what would you do to promote economic development in your district? Provide examples. And more specifically, how would you work to attract more and better paying jobs to District 27?
Yep. So I think the long-term answer is absolutely K through 12 public education investment, sending more kids to college, reducing class size, paying teachers a competitive salary, putting technology in classrooms as part of the equation to make sure we can attract the jobs that we're trying to bring to Arizona to compete in a 21st century global economy. I think right away, one thing I can do is, as City Councilwoman Kate Gallego put me on the South Mountain Village Planning Commission, so working with city, state, city and county government to make sure we're trying to bring those resources to District 27. I think the state government can make some big investments in bringing jobs to the state and specifically to District 27. When the state spends money right now, we go out to the lowest bidder for office supplies. So instead of using Wist Office Supply local company, we're using Staples. And everything the state buys, we go out to the lowest bidder instead of trying to keep that money in Arizona first. So medium-sized businesses in communities like ours have the best opportunity to create jobs for the most amount of people that live in our districts. So changing state procurement. Raise your hand if you're a veteran or related to a veteran in your family. Anybody? A couple of veterans in the house? When I knock doors in South Phoenix, almost every other door I knock on is a veteran family household. I'll be the first Afghanistan war veteran to serve in the state Senate, and I think that gives me an ability to make sure we have job training programs for veterans when they come home and are transitioning to civilian life. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think I'm already bringing jobs to District 27. I've been collaborating with a Texas group to bring a hospital to Levine in District 27 on 51st Avenue. Basically, that's going to bring 500 jobs. There's a trip scheduled to go to Mexico City to talk manufacturing for both sides of the borders. That's going to bring hundreds of jobs when we get that plan going. The key is, with what one of the candidates said, is having education in place. We need a well-skilled, well-educated workforce so we can attract the businesses that are outside of Arizona, so they can be attracted to our smart workforce. So that will bring lots of jobs. We have 70 million American baby boomers, and we are importing foreigners for nurse jobs when we have those people here that we can train already. Labor is top with immigration reform. We need to start really realizing that it is labor that we need. And once those discussions start happening, you're going to see more job growth.
Thank you.
Well, of course, education. We need to stop the prison pipeline directly going from our educational system into our prisons in District 27. $1 million our district provides to the prisons each year. That means our people are being arrested more and charged more. But for right now, what would we do to bring jobs? There's a lot we can do. We have the entrepreneur spirit in District 27. People know how to do a lot of things. They know how to fix cars, they know how to cook, they know how to fix houses and plumbing, but they need an opportunity. The state of Arizona is very difficult to get a license, and it's very lengthy. People need to get to work now. I will work on the process to streamline it, to make it easier for people to get their license so they can quickly get to work. Another thing I'm very high on is solar. We have the opportunity in District 7 to fill our parking lots with shaded parking with solar panels. But we need to work together with our big utility companies to push them to do more for solar and allow private citizens also to do solar. We need to start thinking. We have the hottest weather here. There's no reason why South Phoenix can't be employing hundreds of people every day who can install them and we can start using our energy right away. Thank you.
Thank you.